What happens to your old phone or fridge once it dies? Maybe you passed it on, sold it, or it's just lying somewhere gathering dust. But when it finally breaks down, you would hope it's recycled responsibly, with no harm to people or the environment. Well, here is the truth. That's not what's actually happening. Newslaundry investigated 41 government-approved e-waste recycling plants across 4 states. What we found? A massive sham. 75% of these facilities, that's 31 plants, either don't exist or are running ghost operations. Yes, non-existent. And still, on paper, they have been inspected and approved by the government. I traveled to Bulandshahr, Meerut, Roorkee, Alwar, Gurugram and more. In one city, 3 plants simply could not be found at their registered locations. At another, an industrial cluster of 15 chimneys stood cold and barely any signs of work. In Haryana, we found e-waste plants that build bus body frames and manufacture auto parts. At least 5 had just a fleet of trucks driving in circles. Why does this matter? Because these plants are claiming they recycle lakhs of tons of e-waste, and for that, they earn something called Extended Producer Responsibility Credits or EPR credits. These EPR credits are like carbon credits. Electronics companies buy these credits to meet legal recycling targets. So the more a plant claims to recycle, the more credits it can sell, often to brands such as LG, Samsung, Havells, Daikin. But is the e-waste really recycled? Here is the trick. Many plants are allegedly submitting fake documents and dummy photos of trucks and scrap to claim EPR credits. This is not recycling. That appears to be a fraud. What's at stake here is EPR credits worth 1800 crore rupees. So where is the regulation? Well, central and state pollution control boards are either not inspecting or turning a blind eye. In Haryana, 2 permanently shut plants haven't even been inspected for over a year. The result is that they still appear active on official records and claim crores in EPR credits. Why this affects you? India generates over 20 lakh tons of e-waste every year. According to the government data, more than half of it is recycled by formal recyclers. But our investigation shows that this number is highly exaggerated. About the rest of the e-waste, it ends up in landfills or in the hands of informal workers, risking health and poisoning the environment. And because bogus plants sell EPR credits cheap, genuine recyclers can't survive. Meanwhile, big brands get to meet their targets on paper at rock bottom prices. Major electronic brands are now fighting the government in court over floor pricing of EPR credits. This isn't just about recycling, it's about a shadow economy worth hundreds of crores propped up by weak inspections, dodgy documents, and an indifferent regulatory system. So far, we have published the first part of our investigation. In the coming days, you will see Newslaundry publishing other parts of the series. But the backstory is that it took me around 4 months to expose ghost operations. This involved ground verification, poring over thousands of pages of financial and government documents, and filing RTI applications. All of these tasks require time and resources. Our Anil Sena project, India's e-waste underworld, is still short of the funds required for the project. Please top it up with an amount of your choice. Pay to keep news free.